Hello everyone, I'm Rachel Tessman from stampyourartout.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Andover, Minnesota in the US, and I'm here to bring you my Wednesday live paper crafting class. It is Wednesday, September 21st, 2022 at 11 a.m. Central Time as I'm broadcasting to you live. And some of you who have watched my videos in the past may have discovered that I have something new. I am sharing my hair loss journey with all of you, and you've given me the courage to do so with all of your supportive comments and things like that. So I am now sporting what's called a hair topper. Um, my hairstylist, Michelle, fitted me with one yesterday morning, and I'm so excited. It's nice to have something up here as I'm dealing with hair loss and trying to see if I can get it to come back. And it's just nice. It's nice to feel normal. It's a lot more hair than I've really ever had up here. I mean, I've had a lot down here before, but this is crazy cool. So, so yeah. So there you go. I'm feeling really confident. Anyways, I'm having fun with it. And who knows, if I continue to lose my hair and I start getting wigs, I might be sporting all kinds of hairstyles, you guys, because this is kind of fun. Anyways, on to the paper crafting class. Anyways, we're gonna share 3 cards today, and those 3 cards are made with the Piggy birthday stamp set and the limited time coordinating dies called Playful Piggies dies. So let's go ahead and go to the desktop really quick because I want to show you these cards. You kind of got glimpses of them when you saw this photo here before the live happened, right? So this is one of them, and it's got a cute little, I don't know, kind of a half door on it. Opens like that. And this part here wobbles. Then we've got another one, and this one is, I'm calling it the Zigzag Fold. You can go this way with it. You can also pull the Piggy and open it this way. So hence the name Zigzag Fold. It's kind of like a fan fold. And then we've got this last one, which is very similar to the card. There's a couple cards that I've been sharing recently. It's got a different mechanism on the inside. It's a little bit simpler, and it pops forward by pushing the fold in the back. So I'm going to walk you through these 3 cards today, and I've got all the pieces already stamped and colored, so I won't be doing all of that with you. Thank you, you guys. You're so sweet to me. I won't be doing that with you during this video because I really want to walk you through the process of making these cards. Dutch door, thank you. Yes. Thanks, Rose. Thanks, Beth. Okay, so let's first go to the computer because I want to show you that PDF that I just shared with you so you can see it and take a peek. Sorry, my head covers up a portion of the supplies. You'll be able to access this PDF when my blog post that's connected to this video goes live at 12:15 p.m., which is in a little over an hour. And the blog post link is in the description of the video if you're watching on YouTube. Now, if you're watching on Facebook, I'm going to carry that description on over after this video ends so that you can access it. All right. Thanks, you guys. You're so sweet to me. All right, so let's take a peek at it. You got the photo in there, you've got the date, you've got the name of it. And thank you to Michelle, by the way. If she's watching, Michelle, thank you for making me feel normal and pretty. And yay, I just love my new do. Okay. So yes, there are measurements there for each of the cards, and then there's a supply list. And the supply list is pretty long, but that's if you want to make all 3 cards. Don't get overwhelmed. If you're a newer crafter, a lot of the things that are listed are basic tools, especially at the very bottom. Once you start accumulating basic tools, then it's really just a matter of, do I have that stamp set, the dies, the colors of ink, and the papers, right? And sometimes the embellishments. The embellishments you gotta get. Those are the best. So don't worry about doing a screenshot of this. We are gonna go to the desktop, and I think what I first wanna share is a little bit about this promotion that we have going on. So the Piggy dies, the ones that are called what did I just call them? This, Playful Piggies. Playful Piggies dies. Those coordinate with this stamp set called This Birthday Piggy. So there are 6 different stamp sets that are in the annual catalog. And what Stampin' Up! Did for this month of September is they paired them up with limited time dies. So you can cut out, instead of just stamping, you can cut them out with your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. You can cut out the apple harvest images, fresh cut flowers, trimming the tree, Yeti to party, and waterfall canyon. Those are the 6 different stamp sets. So if you want to, you can go to my blog and you can click on any of the blog posts that are recent, scroll down to the bottom, and have access to that information. All right, let us start. Note cards. Basic white note cards and craft note cards. We have them in a couple different colors. They come in a packet like this. So you've got your cards ready to go. Your envelopes are ready to go. And the cards themselves already have a score line down the middle. So you don't have to worry about having a paper trimmer either. So even though these cards might seem overwhelming to a beginner crafter because they are a little bit more detailed, they do involve die cuts and blends, markers and stuff. This is one of those basic supplies, the note cards and envelopes, that is great for a beginning crafter. Let's say you have someone on your gift list and you're an avid or casual crafter or whatever. This is a great thing to get them to help them move along in their crafting. So let's pull out our first set of supplies. All right. This is what we need for the first card. And again, like I said, I die cut all my little pieces ahead of time. Got my little wheels on there. So cute. I even stamped, cut, and colored the little piggies. So let me zoom in a bit here. Okay, so you can see what I did here is I stamped and cut it out, and then I colored it in with some blends markers. The blends markers for the pig are the Petal Pink Light and Dark. What I like to do is go light first all over, then I do the darker areas where I want some shadow, and then I do the light again all over the top so that it kind of blends the light and dark together. Inside the ear is where you will see, and I think I used the darker, no, I used the lighter of the two, Flirty Flamingo, the Flirty Flamingo marker inside the ear, and then I took the light petal again and blended it so that there's just a faint hint of pink inside the ear. And then on the nose or the snout, I did the full light Flirty Flamingo ink right inside the snout, and I didn't blend it because I wanted that snout to be pink and stand out. With the balloon, I did 2 sets of markers. I did the Parakeet Party and I did the Granny Apple Green. And I actually did the Granny Apple Green dark. I know, you're like, what? So first I did light Parakeet Party. Then I did the dark Granny Apple Green right along this edge here. I took the medium and kind of blended it in. And then I took the light again. I always end with the lightest and do a blending motion with it. So that's how you get that really deep green on that side. This is Granny Apple Green for the plate. This is Parakeet Party for the candle. And then I used Daffodil Delight. So these two, the light and dark, to do the cake. And the flame. Sorry, the flame is just the dark. The cake is first light, then dark on the 2 sides, then light, blending the 2 together. If you want to see blends markers in action, you'll want to go to some former video, some past videos. I've shared lots of videos where I'm actually coloring with the blends, but in this video, I'm not going to do that. Okay, now let's look at the stamp set and the dies up close. Okay, this is the adorable stamp set. I'm going to zoom out just a tad here. Aren't they so cute? Oh my gosh, you just want to squeeze them. Very, very birthday-centered sentiments, although there are a couple of them that you can just, use as is, like thinking of you. What else? Go to your happy place and stay there all day. You could give that to somebody on a non-birthday time, right? So there's that. And then these are the dies. Sorry, I have them in my sleeve here and on my magnetic sheet and in my sleeves. These are come from Stamp and Storage, by the way. All right, so we have the wagon, we have the wheels, we have the handle. Now you can use the wagon as is because you can see it already comes with the wheels and the handle part, but I just wanted them to be a different color. And then we've got the grass here. And with the grass, you'll see that I die cut and it only cuts along the top edge. It doesn't cut along the bottom. That's why I have it still connected to here. So I'm going to take my snips and I'm just going to cut that away, and I'll use a smaller portion of this, but that's how you can get the grass that you want. Now you could have a different height of your grass. You could actually start that die up here instead and have a lot deeper height of your grass, okay? All right, what else do I want to share? I think we've got all those pieces explained. These, this piece here and this piece here, I've already stamped onto some little pieces of white. So we're ready to assemble, okay? Yes, Genevieve, they did have a stamp set a couple years back, and this is kind of the partner stamp set of it. And the dies are limited time, you guys. So if you love this stamp set, I recommend getting it with the dies. You can save 10% when you do that. Or if you want to, you can just get the dies for now and get your stamp set later, or maybe you already have the stamp set. But definitely the dies are the thing to focus on. Okay, here is my note card. I'm just going to fold it in half so you can see the crease a little bit better. Okay, so kind of better. Not really. There it is. Okay, so we're going to cut halfway down and then across. We're cutting half of the portion of the note card away. If the note card, when folded, is 3.5 by 5, then we want to cut at 2.5 inches down, because half of 5 is 2.5. So we're going to cut 2.5 inches down on the score line, and then we're going to cut out. So we're just going to line up that score line. The nice thing about these trimmers is you can position your blade wherever you want. You don't have to worry about, you know, having it. Well, some trimmers, not these kind of trimmers, but some trimmers, you have like a rolling trimmer. That's really hard to position your blade right where you want it to start. This one is a more precise. It's got a little pokey part right there. Okay, let's put it in there. 2.5 inches. So I'm at 2 and about 3/8 right now. I'm just going to shove it back a bit, push it down, and now I'm going to slice upward. And that is going to cut 2.5 inches into my card. Now I'm going to position it this way, and I'm going to go to the 2.5 inch mark. Okay, if I bring this to the 2.5 inch mark, I know that this place where this cut ended or started is going to meet up with my blade when I place it down right on that score line. So I'm going to place it here and cut backwards. And now all I have to do is just come in and make sure that I've got that little part snipped away. Here is my card with half of the image taken away. Now this part here can be what you stamp your Piggy on, but then you've got your 2 sentiments. So I recommend getting a packet of the basic white, I think I used thick, yes, the basic white thick cardstock, because really you're not going to get everything. Oh, maybe you could. Ooh, you could. Look at that. Look at that. That's called paper saving. You could do it. So stamp it off to the side a little bit. Anyways, I did use extra basic white thick. Okay, so next, we'll set those aside. Next, we're going to go ahead and place our Piggy. Actually, you know what? I think I did the wagon first. I did the wagon first because it has a handle on it. And if you're doing a note card, this handle is right to the edge of the note card. If you're doing a full card, let me grab a full card for a minute here. I'm here. Okay, this one here. So this is just the back side of a full card. If you're doing a full card, your wagon can really be shifted, right? Depending on where you put the Piggy. But on this card, you have to go with where the wagon is. So I'm going to grab my multi-purpose liquid glue, and I have squeezed mine into one of these applicator bottles. I just love these applicator bottles. They're so easy to work with. And we're going to put some glue along the top. Can you guys see what? Yes, you can. So we're going to put some along the top here. And I'm going to come down. Yes, I think I went all the way across all of these rows. So we're going to go all the way. See, it just puts a nice thin line out there. I think I'll do the handle too. But I'm not going to do the wheels because I'm going to tuck my grass under the wheels. So I'm going to fold this down. I'm going to press this right to the edge of that cut portion here. Okay, you can see it's right to the edge. And I've got my handle so it's not going beyond the card. So the wagon again dictates where we place our piggy. So then our piggy can come in and sit inside the wagon. So when the card is closed, it looks as if he's sitting inside the wagon. Before we place that piggy, we need to do some coloring on the background. We need to attach him with a special device. So let's just focus on the rest of the wagon for now. We're now going to take the grass, and I don't want that full length of grass to go all the way across the card. I feel like it cuts it off a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it in a bit and snip it. And I think I'm going to snip it about there. And then I'm going to take each end and just kind of make sure that it looks smooth. Okay? So because that one was angled in, we're going to angle that one in. There we go. This you could use for another card. Save those scraps. How many of you save your scraps? Like even the tiny ones like that? I don't. I should, but I don't because I end up not using it. If you use them, that's great. But if you're not using your scraps, recycle them. Okay, position that underneath the wagon wheels like that. And then we can go ahead and add our glue here and our glue here and our glue here because we've already die cut these pieces. And I'm going to grab my take your pick tool. That's a smart idea, Rachel. There it is. Because these things are small. Look at it. It's got that little sticky end there. So you can just grab it and place it. So nice. Did I get a smooshy extra amount? What is that? Oh, I remember what I was looking. Okay, so you guys, when we were looking at these pieces, there was one that was flipped over, and oh gosh, where's my wheel now? Is it two of them? Okay, I might just have to show you the finished card for this because where is my other wheel? You guys saw it, I bet, or you're seeing it right now. That was bound to happen if I cut everything ahead of time. Okay, well, anyways, we will get another wheel on that guy later. But this piece here had like a little sticker attached to it. Did you see that earlier? Get that out of there. I don't know where that came from. There, it's gone. Okay, so it's almost like the other card except that wheel is missing. There's always something. Okay, what else? Oh, and then the sentiment. Enjoy the ride. And we're going to put that up on dimensionals. So I'm going to grab, there they are. I tell you, it would be really nice to have someone in here just kind of saying, here, do this next, because I lose track of stuff. Okay, enjoy the ride. And I put my dimensionals on the two furthest ends because I'm thinking that might help when mailing this. If I have, and I'm putting it right next to the grass there, a little overlapping on the grass too, a bit, it might help if I have dimensionals under the middle of the piggy. If I put dimensionals under the middle of this and the piggy is further down, like it's not going to happen on this card, but I try to position my dimensionals on my card so that they're not overlapping each other. Because two sets of dimensionals on top of each other is going to make it twice as thick when you mail it, right? But they push, like this pushes down, so we're good there. Okay, this now is going to be positioned on top of, an area that is inked up. And we're going to use our Daffodil Delight ink. So I'm taking a blending brush and I'm going around in a circular motion to pick up the ink, and then I'm going to go off onto my cardstock or my scrap paper here. I know where the piggy is going to sit, so then I just kind of open up the card, move this away, and that's where I start. Okay, and then I just move around in a circular motion from the middle outward. And what I've got is like a glowing, sunshiny sky right behind him or her. See, it makes it more cheerful. Okay, let's attach a wobble. Wobbles, well, I don't know if it matters which side we do here. Wobbles are these things that you can get. I got mine on Amazon. I have a link in my favorite things area. Oh, for heaven's sake. Fingernails aren't working today. So I have a link in my favorite things area, and you can find these things and go there and shop and get them yourself. There. Okay, so you take and you remove the sticky on one side, put it down on the back of whatever you want to have wobble. Make sure it's pressed on there tightly. Then you take the backing off the other side. Fingernails are working again, yay! And now we want to close the card, tuck the piggy in there, set him down, and push. And see, when the card pops open, and I know there's a little bit of a wobble when it's partway open too, but these are fun when you have like a full closure card and you open it up and boing, the little creature just bounces out at you. So fun. So anyways, there's our piggy and he wobbles. And then we need a sentiment on the inside. And this piece on the inside is just going to go straight on there. So we're just going to use our seal adhesive. You could use your multi-purpose liquid glue again if you wanted to, but we'll just add that right underneath the piggy. And we've got a piece of designer paper from the Awash and Beauty. Just thought it'd be nice to kind of decorate the opposite side of this Dutch door. Just go like that. Plus we're using that paper in other places. Two more things we want to put on here are a couple embellishments. I'm going to be using adhesive back stars and the rustic metallic adhesive back dots. So we'll pull these out, pull these out, and grab my take your pick tool. And I'm just going to position that as I'm laying my piggy flat. I'm going to position it right behind the candle so that the candle appears to have that little glowing area right behind it. I think it's kind of off to the side. Let's shift it. Let's shift it by grabbing that glue dot area. Let's try this one more time. There. That looks more centered. And then we'll use the adhesive, rustic metallic adhesive back dots on the wheels, which we only have one of right now. I used the larger of the two sizes because you get two different sizes on here. So we will do this. There's the finished card on the front, and there's the finished card on the inside. Super cute, right? I just love this. Okay, next card. Card number 2. We'll set that one there. Okay, card number 2. Oh yeah, we need our envelopes. Don't forget those. Is the zigzag one. So we've got our zigzag finish card here. We've got our supplies. Maybe the wheel is in another packet. Who knows? We'll find it. I'm sure we will. Because I didn't just do one. The die cuts out 2 at a time. All right, for this card and the piggy. The piggy is colored the same exact way, and the flag has the Daffodil Delight dark on the edge, and then it blends out to almost white. So I took and I did the dark edge and then blended with the lighter one out just a little bit further. I didn't color the whole flag in Daffodil Delight. The light on the front of the scooter is Daffodil Delight. The wheels the little metallic parts and the seat, so like the handle, the bumper, the light, all of that stuff, that's done with the smoky slate colors. So we have smoky slate. I did dark and light with that. Same patterning, light, dark, light. Okay. And then the little scooter is done with the Parakeet Party green. So I chose the brighter of the two greens. Even though I'm using Granny Apple Green cardstock, I chose the lighter of the two green colors. Okay, then we've got these guys here. And these I just stamped on the edges of some basic white cardstock. Again, using the thick basic white. I think thick works better with blends markers anyways. I think you get a little bit better look. I don't know. So now I'm just cutting away around this confetti, the exhaust of the scooter. And we're going to grab the thick end or the brush end, and we'll just color in a few little spots here and there on our confetti in the green color. I'm using the darker of the green, but you could definitely use the lighter. I think I used the lighter on the other card. Oh well, we're making them a little bit different. I'm not coloring every single piece of confetti either. I'm just coloring a few here and there. So I'm just poking it in there. And there's another end to this marker. There is an end that is the bullet tip. So if you feel more comfortable, instead of using the pointy end of the brush tip. Be careful when you're taking your marker caps off and on. You do not want to bend your brush tip. I like to use my two thumbs and take my caps off that way. So this is the bullet tip if you would prefer to color with that end instead. Make sure that your markers stay closed when you're not using them because they are alcohol-based markers and they can dry out. We've got these guys here. Those were die cut with this die. So I've used this one and this one for this card. Okay, this is my little banner of flags here. For this card, we need 2 note cards though. So we're going to do the card base as is this way. Okay, that's normal. But this one is going to get scored in half down this section and this section. And half of 3.5 is 1 3/4. So we're going to go the 1 3/4 inch mark. Use our light blade and give it a score. Turn it around, do the same thing on this side, give it a score. And then we're going to trim off on one edge, and it doesn't matter which edge. We want that zigzag look here. So I could cut it off this side or I could cut it off this side, but we're going to cut off 1 inch. And I think it was easier with my directions if I first told you to score the same on both ends and then trim that 1 inch off. There. Now you can see what you've got. This part attaches to this card. Let's use our bone folder, a great luxury tool, but one that you'll want to get over time if you don't have it yet. Back of a butter knife. I know people have used those in the past. We're just emphasizing every crease. And you could even go back and forth if you want to. It breaks the fibers even more. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. So we're just making sure that this card folds as flat as possible when we need to fold it. So we're just going back and forth on all of those creases. Okay, and then this is the inside of the card, and you could go the other direction too, but we're just going to go a little faster here. Look at the seam area. You do not see cardstock on this side. So when you attach, you're not going to attach it this way so that this is seen, right? You're going to attach it this way. So let's use our adhesive now, and I'm going to use the multi-purpose liquid glue. Well, you could use it out of here. If I have any left in this bottle, I don't know. Oh, I do. Okay, good. Because we don't care about the thickness of it at this point. But this glue will be really strong for holding our card in place for years and years and years to come. Okay? So press that in place. Now we're going to close it before it's completely dry and make sure it's all lined up on the edges too. Looks good. All right. The inside of the card, I have not stamped yet. Silly me. I guess I get to stamp for you. Yay. We're going to stamp the word we, because that's a word that we all say when we are on fun rides. We. Hope it's the best. That goes right underneath. And then what's on the front of the card says, happy, happy birthday, inside the flag. So you really don't need any extra sentiment. Okay. These pieces also came from the Awash and Beauty Designer Paper Pack. So you can see the flip side of what that paper looked like. So we're going to go ahead and put adhesive on the back sides of all of these. You could use seal, you could use the multi-purpose liquid glue. You could use whatever. It's paper on paper. Oh my gosh, Rachel. I'm having seal issues today. We might as well put adhesive on this too since we have it out, and I will put that one on next. Let's just set that aside for a second. These just get applied to the top and the bottom area. I've gone about 1/4 of an inch down from the top and 1/4 of an inch down or up from the bottom, just so that they look even enough. Okay, this goes on the inside of our card. Now my seal's working. So where's the inside of the card? So that's why I called it a zigzag fold, because you almost you feel like you should open it this way because this pops out. Oops, sorry. You feel like you should open it. Let me just show you with this one. You feel like you should open it this way almost. But then you're like, wait, what? And then it goes like that. So you actually have a lot of room to write. This is one of those cards that if you are a writer and you want to say a lot of stuff, you could write some stuff here, and then it could continue on onto the inside of the card if you want, right? And then that green area is right where you're going to put your signature, your love, comment. Okay, so let's work with it. Oh, we want to do that other designer paper. So the other designer paper goes on the back side, and it goes along here. And what I did is I add a little bit of green there with the blending brush. I did that before I added this paper because I wasn't going to use any paper. So you can add the green or you don't have to add the green. I still think that glow behind the piggy makes the piggy stand out a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and add that green. We've got a little bumpage here, just so, keep that in mind that there's a bump. And when we add this green, we might, stumble over it, and it might affect how the blending brush is coloring on here. So I would say try to focus right down here and try not to go over that bump area. Okay, there's all we need. Now let's grab this paper and put it inside here. All the measurements again are on that PDF that is going to be downloadable, so you can access the measurements there. This piece, if you want to know, is slightly over, let me see, slightly over 1 3/4 inches wide by 5 inches tall. These guys, let's just put them on next. Little banners. We'll flip them over. Grab our multi-purpose in the fine tip bottle because we can get right to the edges there. Okay, we'll put this one. Can I pick it up that way? I can. This one's going to go right here. Go up a little higher. There we go. And then this one will go overlapping it. And I think I overlapped, yes I did. I overlapped it so it looked like it was kind of starting in the middle of the black, like that. Okay. Now that's done. We just have the piggy and do I have any embellishments? I do. I have embellishments on that card. Okay, so the piggy's next. And he's going to go here. And because there's a lot of thickness with this card already from those layers. I did not put him up on dimensionals, but you could totally, you know, give him some lift if you wanted to and put some dimensionals under the flag, under the confetti that's coming out the backside. And did you see I only put glue on half of the Piggy? Can I just shout out a big thank you? Because I forgot to mention my sweet helpers. A big thank you to Trisha Josephs on YouTube. She is my moderator, and Lisa Marshall on Facebook. Oh my goodness, Rachel, you totally forgot because you were so excited about these cards in your hair. Okay, so Trisha Josephs, thank you so much for once again being with us and answering questions on YouTube, guiding people in the right direction, that sort of thing. And Lisa Marshall, same thing. Trisha Josephs, her name stands out on YouTube, so it's easy to spot her, and you can tag her by typing the @ sign. I think you can also tag Lisa. So if you have questions, just start typing either on YouTube, the @ sign, and then Trisha. On Facebook, start typing Lisa Marshall, and it should just, hopefully they just show up. Their names show up and you can click on them. So I'm putting these fun little confetti exhaust pieces climbing up and away from the scooter. And then the last part of this card is just to add the embellishments. Oh, there they are, that I placed somewhere. These fun adhesive back stars. You know, these stars, you'd think that they would kind of be like wintry, like snowflakey looking, but they don't look snowflakey looking to me because they're 5-sided. Well, these are 8-sided, but then they have a hole in them. I don't know. I haven't figured out how to use them as snowflakes yet. Maybe that's just my own issue. It's your own issue, Rachel. Deal with it. So we're going to use these larger ones again, and we're just putting them on willy-nilly. Wherever, right? Wherever they go. There. And there's that finished card. Ta-da! Here it is closed, and there it is open. Okay. All right, next card. The last one. The last one. I know, it's always sad when we're on the last steps. Okay, so we're going to use these pieces. By the way, those 6x8 cellophane bags are things that you can get through Stampin' Up! Too, just so you know. Okay, I don't think I have them listed in the description though. Here's the card closed. It's got a belly band. This is made with that designer paper, a Wash and Beauty. It's got a Wash and Beauty paper here. You open it up, and there's our cute little adorable pig. And this pig is colored in with the same colors, the same details I gave on that first card. The flowers are only the light Flirty Flamingo. And then we've got green, and it's the light Parakeet Party on the leaves. So I didn't do a lot of blending on the flowers. In fact, I didn't even do the flower centers, but you could use that Daffodil Delight color if you wanted to. On this piece, we're going to use our third color of ink that I had listed, and that's the Balmy Blue. So I have yet one more blending brush. Here it is. And we're going to do some light blending, starting from the center and going outward. You know what? I'm going to put more ink on there. Try that again. Okay, so going from the center. Oh, where'd you get the circle, Rachel? So the circle is from our Stylish Shapes dies. And those are a separate set of dies, but one that, you know, if you're going to get the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, this is a great set of dies to invest in. You get all of those dies, circles, squares, banners. It's awesome. Okay, so that's all that I really need to do. I just wanted a touch of blue behind our pig, and then we want to do the inside of this card. So this card is already scored for us. It folded this way, and then I scored down the middle, folded that back, scored down the middle, folded that back. So we have that same zigzag that we had on the second card, but we're not trimming off anything. And this becomes the inside of the card. The mountain center goes on the inside, and these are going to close like doors, like cupboard doors, gatefold, whatever. Okay, so we've got this crease in here already. So what's going to happen is when we do the, thank you, Deborah, when we do the blending, you're going to have, and you can see it on this card, and it's totally fine, but you're going to see kind of where it darkens a bit right when it hits the fold line. So, I don't know, it just emphasizes where the middle of the card is. So, let's go ahead and start in the middle and blend out. You can see it's darker right through the middle. I am fine with that. And you don't need a lot of color, by the way. It may look like I'm adding a lot, but the color is only going out to maybe like a 1/2 inch away here, because I just want to glow. I just want it to glow underneath that circle. So when I place the circle on here, I want some of that balmy blue to be seeping out away under the edges. That looks good. Okay, and then we've got our Piggy. We've got our, that's for our belly band. This is for the outside of our card. Embellishments, embellishments. I forgot a piece. Did I forget a piece? Or maybe I was going to cut, I was going to cut it for you. That's why I have this. Okay, so this piece is going to create a mechanism. You can do this with the designer paper. You can do this with the cardstock. Oh, is this the one? This is the one. So it's a piece of basic white cardstock, and I'm going to cut it to 3 inches by 1 inch. I hope this is what it was used for. Yes, it is. Okay, so we're going to cut that. Now we have our piece. 3 inches by 1 inch. We're going to score a 1/2 inch and 1 inch on each end. So this is similar to the mechanism that we used on the other pop-out bendy fun fold cards, but we're not going to have that extra piece that pops out that this attaches to. We're just going to attach this directly to the inside of the card. And I've done these kind of cards in the past. I'm thinking of a card right now that had kind of a wedding look, and on the inside the cake popped out. I don't know, maybe I can find it and link it. I say that, but then I probably won't, because I'm not very good at following up after the video's done. Okay, there we go. So that's how you want to fold it. You want to fold it just like we did on the pop-up bendy fun fold card. Maybe someone else can find it for me. Yeah, find that wedding card back about 5-6 years ago. Just kidding. Okay, so we're going to put adhesive on this side and on this side. And because I really want it to bond, I'm going to use the multi-purpose liquid glue. Well, that was on the side. That was gross. A little bit of goober. So I'm going to use the multi-purpose liquid glue because I want it to really hold onto the card. Don't want it to pop off and away. So this will dry and be really strong. Keeping it flat, we're going to place it right in the middle so that the score down the middle of the card lines up with where the middle of those pieces come together. Do you see that? So there's one on each side of the score line. And as long as you're good at, accurately scoring and cutting, you don't have to worry about it too much, but check it like this just to make sure one is on each side. Then this is going to get some glue. And we're just going to go right across the top of that. And you could probably use seal or a lighter holding adhesive. Seal is pretty strong though, I'll just want to tell you. It is much stronger than snail adhesive, if you remember snail adhesive. So it does make the Piggy pop. When you do like a little swirl like that, it's amazing how the pieces just pops more. It's so true. Okay, and then this guy is actually up on a dimensional. So this is where the dimensional lesson comes in. Okay, this is where I was going to talk to you about placement of dimensionals. So on this card here, I've got my dimensionals right behind my Piggy in the middle. Do you see that? So it's right in the middle of the Piggy. I didn't go to the edges. It's just in the middle. So let's do that on this one. 1, 2, Okay, that's going to go here. We might as well finish out the rest of the inside of the card. Make sure your piggy looks like he's sitting straight on there. Let's grab the Thinking of You stamp and our Memento Tuxedo Black ink and stamp that down here in the lower right. And then we've got a butterfly. Did you guys see the butterfly? The butterfly is up in the upper left. Didn't stamp it down all the way. Oopsie. That's okay. And then we'll do our coloring. Butterfly wings. We're going to go right back to that color, so that's why I'm not capping it. Dark right in the body. Cap that one, come back in, and blend it. Just so it's a nice smooth transition of color. Okay, so there's our inside of the card. Now we're going to close it up. And you see that? That is why I brought in the designer paper. Okay, we're going to bring in that designer paper and flip them over, add the seal adhesive. I hope everyone's having a great day. I hope the weather in your area is nice. Tell me about your weather, comment, say something to get yourself entered into the prize drawing. I think I cut these a little bit beyond where I should have. These pieces should be 1.5 by 4 3/4. Did I write that on there? I hope I did. I did. So why did I not cut them right? I cut them at 1. Oh gosh, Rachel. Oh, this one's 1.5. This one just isn't. You think I can do it? You think I can peel it up? Yes, Trisha Stamps. I caught that comment before it kind of whisked away. Trisha is a stamper. She's a demonstrator in my group. She is one of my original demonstrators, like one of the first people that ever signed up with me years and years ago. She surprised me, called me out of the blue because she was invited to a party which she never attended. And she said, you know, I think I want to get the starter kit. And I'm like, what? No. It was a very fun conversation. How was I going to do these? I think I was going to go this way. Oh, I think I was going this way. It was a very fun conversation, and I was on cloud 9 because I had a very small team at the time. So fun story, right? Okay, so now we're covering up that alcohol ink that had bled through to the front side. We're going to grab our banner, or I'm sorry, our belly band piece, and you can just position it like this and fold back like that. I think, did I write in my directions? Let me look here. Oh, nope, I didn't. Okay. Because sometimes I say make an initial score line, but yeah, you don't have to. Then they just connect in the back like that. And I've got them connecting in the back because the connection would not have been covered up completely in the front. Sometimes I connect in the front and then cover it completely with some kind of embellishment or label or whatever, but we don't have anything that's going to be that big. We just have this piece that goes through the middle. Now this piece is going to be up on dimensionals too. That means there's a lot of bulk in the center of this card. So what I'm recommending for this one is to take your dimensionals and put them off on the side this time. Okay? That means that the bulk won't stay in the middle like it had when we put the piggy on. That's where the balance comes in. And then these can just be added with your multi-purpose liquid glue or glue dots. Glue dots are always fun. They do add a little bit of a lift though. So we're adding multi-purpose liquid glue. And where did that little tool go again? Here it is. Okay, this one goes down, tucks under a bit. I just love this tool, you guys. Where were we without it? What were we doing without the take your pick tool? Did I call it a the take your pick tool? Okay, the last part of this is to add the embellishments, and I've got them somewhere. Here they are. So now we're going to grab the sticky end of the tool and add flower centers. And I just used the small ones, but you could use like the big one on the bigger flower and the small one on the smaller flowers. So there's the inside of the card, there's the outside of the card. Ta-da! Again, Perfect Partners promotion, it ends the end of September. So if you're liking the dies that cut out these adorable little piggy characters and stuff like that, if you like the dies that cut out any of the other stamp set images that are in the Perfect Partners promotion, you'll want to get them before September ends. Let me bring out all the cards so you can see them once again, and we'll zoom out a tad. How is the weather? Expecting rain again today. Who was that? Vicky. Hey Teresa, watching from Facebook. All right, so this one went with this one. This one went with this one. Are we gonna fit them all in? Oh, we are, because I really zoomed out. You can see like the trash off to the side of my, on my desk here and everything. That goes with this one. There. I'll zoom in a little bit more. There. Oh, now you can't see this guy. Anyways, wasn't that fun? So what else do I want to tell you about with promotions? We have weekly deals still happening in the month of September. So if you want to check out the online store, you can go to my blog, click on the shop button, visit the online store, and you can see under the specials, the weekly deals. The weekly deals on a Wednesday afternoon-ish, evening-ish, kind of overlap with tomorrow's weekly deals. It's a great time to get in on both if you want to. Just a little tip for those of you that are interested. And then the last thing that I want to tell you about is World Card Making Day. So I'm going to go over to my computer and just tell you what we've got going on. There it is. Oops, wrong one. There. Okay, so World Card Making Day is, is October 1st. So this is my blog post from August 12th, introducing you to the event that Stampin' Up! Had just announced. You can get in on participating in this virtual event just by clicking on that link, the registration link. And in fact, you don't even have to register. I'm not sure how they're going to do it, how that's going to happen, but you're going to be able to, because I'm still learning the ins and outs of it too. It's a new event for us. Anyways, if you register, you will get a notification. So I think that's the best way to do it. And they will, keep you informed of all the fun crafting in store. The free virtual card making event, it's totally free. There's a little flyer advertising what bundles they're going to be using during it. There's even a little PDF now that I need to add to my blog so that you can see the card supplies that you would use. So if you go to my blog and you just go to like the latest blog post, oh hey, fresh cut flowers, those are also in the Perfect Partners promotion. But you scroll down to the bottom, just like I was telling you. Close your eyes if you get dizzy. We're going to scroll to the bottom. Okay, we're at the bottom. Perfect Partners promotion, weekly deals, and here's the World Card Making Day virtual event. If you click here for more info, it's always going to take you back to that August 12th post, which tells you all the things that I'm telling you today. If you are a demonstrator or you have another demonstrator, shop from them, get these fun products. If you do not have a demonstrator, I would love it if you wanted to shop from me. Again, my name is Rachel Tessman from stampyourartout.com. Give me the thumbs up, click like. We've got prizes. Are you guys ready for prizes? Let's do that. Okay, I'm whisking things off my table here so that we can bring in the prizes from last week. The choices that are left. There are lots of choices left. Yay! All right, let me pull my screen back in here. Vroom, there we go. There are lots of choices left, and I've got two names for you. One from YouTube, the Afterlive commenters on YouTube since last week, and then one from Facebook. the commenters from Facebook last week. So let me move to my computer screen again. Congratulations to Sally Schmuel. Yay for Sally. Sally, make sure that you reach out to me so that I can get your prize to you. You'll just want to email me at stampyourartout@comcast.net. Okay? And then on Facebook, the winner was Deb Carlson. So Deb, if that was your comment, because you have kind of a common name there. If that was your comment and that's your picture, your profile picture, get back to me, stampyourartout@comcast.net. Claim your prizes, you guys. Again, let's go back to the desktop. What do they get? They can pick two from what I've got here, okay? So the choices are these different ribbons in here. We've got Baja Breeze. We've got Peach Parfait, Pink Pirouette. This is a current product. It's the Effervescent Elements. We've got some fun library clips. We've got another current product, which is Painted Texture Embossing Folder. We've got some of this fun tulle, crumb cake. It's a scallop tulle ribbon. You can use it as a ribbon or you can use it to make shaker cards. And then we've got these fun felt flowers. A big thank you to Judy Duncan for donating most of these prizes. She just said, you know what, Rachel, I got a lot of stuff. Can I just give it to you? I'm like, okay. So very sweet of her. All right. So for the prizes for today, for the live winners, which Trisha is working on picking right now, those people, the live winners, can either choose a set of note cards and envelopes, or they can choose a glue bottle applicator, because you get these in a set of 10. So sometimes it's nice to just be a winner and get a glue bottle, a little fine tip precision glue bottle dispenser, and then you get the multi-purpose liquid glue. You just take this off, and actually it's better to take it off on this end, I think, and squeeze it into the bottle. It's easy. You just add it and you're ready to go. All right, so the winners are, yay, Pat Smith and Judah. Where did it go? The announcement just left me. There it is, Judah M. So yay, congratulations to Pat Smith and Judah M. Make sure that, again, you reach out to me. And Trisha did tag you in her comment, so hopefully your name is standing out to you and you can see it. But email me at stampyourartout@comcast.net so I can mail these to you. If you do not live in the U.S., and I'm sorry to say, but if you do not live in the U.S., my hair is not looking, well, maybe it is. I don't know. I'm still getting used to it. But you can email me and claim your prize still, and it won't be the exact same prize, but I would be emailing you a tutorial of your choice. And I have tons of tutorials to choose from. So, in fact, a winner who lives in the U.S. can always opt to choose that as a prize instead. I'm totally fine with that. Thank you. You guys are sweet. I'm still getting used to how to add this to my head, but these are my hairs right in the front here. So it's, I don't know. It just didn't feel as blended in as it did earlier. See, there's my hair underneath, and then this just layers on top. It's just amazing, you guys. It's just like, and it's barely any hair. If you're experiencing hair loss, this is really a nice option because it sits on top. It doesn't pull, it just sits. And it feels so lightweight and it can blend in. We got a darker version, so Michelle helped me to pick a darker version. So it's kind of darker at the roots here. We picked a darker version because we're going into fall and winter, and I just didn't want my summer look here. But yeah, and I'm trying not to color my hair, so eventually the grays might stand out. I might have to get a gray topper. I'm just having fun with this though, and of my two sons, so if you're sticking around still to hear the story, of my two boys, one of them noticed right away, and I'm not sure why. But the other one didn't. It was really weird. Like, I picked him up from school. We went through the whole evening together. I'm, making dinner. I brought food up to him. And at the end of the day, I think I was talking to my mom. Did I just see my mom's name pop up? Mom, hi. Margot Tessman. If you see Margot Tessman's name, say hi to her, you guys. She's on with us. But I was talking to my mom on the phone last night, and I was telling her, Luke still hasn't recognized that I've got this topper on. And we're laughing, and he's like, what do you got? So I had to actually point it out to him. So it must have looked blended in enough for him not to realize. And he goes, well, it looks just like your hair. So either he doesn't notice what my hair really looks like, or he was being nice, or it really blends in. I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys for coming, and thank you for your support again in my personal health endeavor, not endeavors, but health situations and how I'm trying to solve them. You've been a great support to me through all of this. So I'm going to let you all go now. Now I'd like you all to go and stamp your art out. Bye bye, everyone.